Welcome to Archaeology Chemistry Academy channel. Up to last class, we discussed some concepts in the chemical bond. Today, we are going to discuss one more topic, that is hybridization of molecules. Before going to discuss about this topic, please subscribe our channel if you like my classes, and like it and share the videos. Okay, in last class we discussed about valency bond theory. According to valency bond theory, the atoms which are coming closer to each other to form a chemical bond, and one atom's valency atomic orbital with unpaired electron will overlap with the other atom's valency atomic orbital with unpaired electron of opposite spin and with the same phase with respect to first atom's valency atomic orbital. If the overlap of atomic orbitals is more, then the bond is also formed as strong. All these things discussed in last class, but according to VBT, some concepts are not explained. One is bond strengths, and structure of molecule. How these drawbacks are happened according to VBT, we will discuss by taking an example, that is formation of beryllium chloride molecule. The atomic number of beryllium is 4. If we write the electronic configuration, 1s2, 2s2. So n equal to 2 is the valency shell and 2p subshell is vacant. 2p subshell is vacant. According to VBT, beryllium does not form any chemical bond. Why? Because the unpaired electrons are not present in beryllium, but in its excited state, the 2s electron will jump into 2p. Then what happens? Then beryllium has one unpaired electron in 2s and another one is in 2p. Namely, let that is as 2px. 2px. And comes to chlorine. Chlorine atomic number is 17. Its valence electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. So its valency shell is n equal 3. In this n equal to 3 valency shell, 3p subshell has unpaired electron in this 3 in its 3pz. So in beryllium chloride we have 2 chlorine atoms. Means what? Each chlorine atom among these 2 chlorine atoms, one chlorine atom's 3pz will overlap with 2s orbital, and another chlorine's 3pz orbitals will overlaps with the 2px of the beryllium. That means what? We have two types of overlaps. One is 2s and 3pz overlap, which is also sigma bond overlap. Another one is 2px and 3pz overlap. Means beryllium is forming two types of overlaps. One is by sp overlap, that is 2px, 2s and 3pz overlap. Another one is what? pp overlap. By this, these two overlaps are different from each other, which are present in the formation of beryllium chloride molecule. So the bond energies also must be different. But practically and experimentally, these two bonds are almost 100% equal. That means what? This beryllium, this is one beryllium BeCl bond, this is one BeCl bond, which are present in this beryllium chloride. These two bonds are 100% equal to each other in all aspects. But according to VBT, these two overlaps are different. So bond strength also will be different. sp overlap is strong overlap compared to pp overlap, but it is not happening experimentally and practically. So there is no explanation for what is the reason for the same character of the two bonds which are present in beryllium chloride, and the bond angle is also 180 degrees. 180 degrees means what? These two bonds are separated in 180 degrees angle. There is no reason for what is the reason for the bond angle of beryllium chloride as 180 degrees. All these concepts will be explained by the concept hybridization. According to hybridization, the hybridization is the phenomena. Hybridization is the phenomena intermixing of valency atomic orbitals with unpaired electrons, and lone pairs of atoms atoms means here what? Which are coming close to each other to form a covalent bond. 100% hybridization is about covalent bond, and the atomic orbitals must be valency atomic orbitals. So hybridization is a phenomena in which intermixing of valency atomic orbitals with unpaired electrons and lone pairs of atoms, which are atoms means which the atoms which are coming close to each other to form a covalent bond, and there the distribution redistribution into the same number of orbitals which have equal properties. Suppose comes to one s orbital of one atom, which is valence s orbital, and one p orbital, which is in dumbbell shape, p orbital intermixed with each other. After that, they will form in same number, that is one s orbital, one p orbital, means we will get, after intermixing of these two orbitals, we will get two hybridized orbitals. Namely, those are called by based on the intermixing orbitals, one s and one p. So this is one sp hybridized orbital, this is another sp hybridized orbital, and they will be arranged, and they are separated by the angle 180 degrees to minimize the repulsions between the electrons present in the hybridized orbitals. By this orientation, the hybridized orbitals are giving shape to the molecule where they are present, in which the hybridized orbitals are present. The hybridized orbitals orientation to minimize the repulsions between or among the electrons, they will provide a certain shape for the molecules where they are present. So one valency s orbital, one valency p orbitals combines with each other, we are getting two sp hybridized orbitals which are separated by 180 degrees. No doubt. After that, one s orbital and two p orbitals combines with each other, then we will get three sp2 hybridized orbital. Means what? This is one s orbital, this is one p orbital, this is another p orbital. So one s and two p orbitals. So the newly formed hybridized orbitals are called sp3 hybridized orbitals. These are arranged in triangular planar shape. This is one sp3 hybridized orbital, this is another one, this is another one, another sp2 hybridized orbital. The bond angle between these any two sp2 hybridized orbital is 120 degrees. Next, 1s 3p orbitals, 1s and 3p orbitals arranged, means what? One s orbital, one valency s orbital of one atom, one valency s orbital, one valency s orbital, and three p orbitals which are present in an atom intermixed with each other, then giving us four sp3 hybridized orbitals which are arranged in tetrahedron shape. This is what tetrahedron shape, and the bond angle is 109 degrees 28 minutes. 109 degrees 28 minutes. The bond angle is 109 degrees 28 minutes. And we have 1s and 3 p orbitals and 1 d orbital are intermixed with each other of an atom's valency shell, then we will get a particular shape called trigonal bipyramidal shape. In this trigonal bipyramidal shape, three sp2 hybridized or sp3 hybridized orbitals are arranged in triangular planar, and remaining two are arranged. One is above the triangular planar shape, triangular plane, and another one is arranged below the triangular plane. So in this structure, this type of arrangement of sp3d hybridized orbital, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is called trigonal bipyramidal shape. In this we have two types of bond angles. One is on the plane we have 120 degrees bond angle, that is in triangular plane we have 120 degrees bond angle, and below and the orbitals, hybridized orbitals which are above and below the triangular planar are separated with 180 degrees, and we have 1s and 3p and 2d orbitals. Then we can get 1, 3, 4 plus 2 d orbitals, 6 hybridized orbitals. These are called sp3d2 hybridized orbitals, arranged in hexagonal shape. Means what? In this, 4 hybridized orbitals are arranged in a square planar shape, and remaining 2 are arranged above the square plane and below the, and another one is arranged in below the square plane. So here we have two types of bond angles. One is 180 degrees bond angle, another one is 90 degrees bond angle. This is called sp3d2 hybridization. Examples for sp hybridization: the molecules in which sp hybridization present is, one is BeCl2, another example is C2H2. For sp hybridization, I am giving two examples. One is BeCl2 molecule, another is C2H2. For sp2 hybridization, we have BF3 molecule is one example. Another example is C2H4. This is called ethene. C2H2 means what? This is called namely ethine or acetylene molecule. Comes to sp3, we have methane CH4, ammonia NH3, and H2O, and C2H6 ethane. Please note down where you need some points. C2H6 ethane, water, methane, ammonia, all these molecules are the example which have sp3 hybridization. Comes to sp3d hybridization. sp3d hybridization example is PCl5, and sp3d2 hybridization is present in SF6 molecule. Now we will discuss different types of molecules and their formation according to hybridization. Example, BeCl2. Already we discussed beryllium atomic number is 4. And its electronic configuration in its ground state is 1s2, 2s2. In excitation, this is called first excitation state of beryllium. 1s2, 2s1 and 2px1. So 2px1. So beryllium has 2 unpaired electrons in its first excitation state. Now what happens? 1s orbital, namely that is 2s orbital and 2px orbital are intermixed with each other, giving us 2 sp hybridized orbitals which are separated by 180 degrees bond angle, and according to Un's rule, each hybridized orbital has one unpaired electron in them. Comes to chlorine, atomic number 17. It has unpaired electron in its 3pz. 3pz. Why? Because 1s2, 2s2, 3s2, 3p5. If you write this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th electron is not there. So the electron which is present in general now, that is 3pz, is unpaired. Thus 3pz orbital of each chlorine will overlap with the hybridized sp hybridized orbital of beryllium. Means each sp hybridized orbital of beryllium will overlap with the 3pz orbital of one chlorine. Means then we will get two sigma bonds. This is one sp hybridized orbital, this is another sp hybridized orbital. It has one unpaired electron, it has also one unpaired electron. This is what? Now this will forms a sigma bond with 3pz orbital of one chlorine. Same, another chlorine also forms a sigma bond with sp hybridized orbital of beryllium. So beryllium is giving now stability to each chlorine as its nearest noble gas argon. Why? Because chlorine has 17 electrons. After giving one electron for the sharing, it has 16 electrons. After sharing 16 plus the shared electron pair, to 18 electrons for each chlorine is happening. So chlorine is getting stability as its nearest noble gas argon. Comes to beryllium. Beryllium has two electrons in 1s, which are core electrons. After that, it is sharing 4 electrons with 2 chlorines. Then it has now 6 electrons. Again it has 2 more electrons to get octet configuration. Means what? The beryllium chloride molecule is not a molecule. For example, the central atom is not getting stability as its nearest noble gas. For this reason, this compound, beryllium chloride compound, is called underoctet compound or underoctet molecule. Next example is boron trifluoride. Boron atomic number is 5. So 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. In valency shell, it has only one unpaired electron. According to VBT, it will form only one overlap with the fluorine. So then we will get only BF bond. But in practical, what is happening? BF3 is making in BF molecule is not possible. BF molecule is, the boron is forming 3 bonds with the fluorines. Means the molecule formula of boron trifluoride is BF3. So boron forming 3 bonds with univalent fluorines. So in the first excited state of boron, the 2s electron jumps into 2p. Then what happens? It has now 3 unpaired electrons in n equal to 2 valency shell, namely in 2s and 2px, 2py, and 2pz is vacant. 2pZ is no. The boron is ready to form 3 sigma bonds with the fluorines. According to hybridization, 2s orbital, 1 2s orbital, 1 2px, 1 2py, total 3 intermixed with each other, giving us 3 sp2 hybridized orbitals which have unpaired electron in them according to Hund's rule. Each sp2 hybridized orbital of boron will form a sigma bond with one fluorine's 2pZ orbital. Why? Because fluorine atomic number is 9. 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. So the 2pZ orbital has one unpaired electron. So each fluorine 2pZ orbital is overlapped with sp2 hybridized orbital of boron. Means what? Each boron sp2 hybridized orbital will overlap with the 3pZ orbital, 2pZ orbital of fluorine, which has also unpaired electron. And in sp2 hybridization, the bond angle is 120 degrees. Then the formed molecule boron trifluoride shape is triangular planar. So each sp2 hybridized orbital of boron is overlapping with one 2pZ atomic orbital of fluorine with sigma bond. One thing is here I have to clarify you that the hybridized orbitals always forms sigma bonds. Now comes to methane. How it is formed? Methane. This is third molecule, I think, according to our discussion. Carbon atomic number is 6. 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. So in its valency state, it has now only 2 unpaired electrons. Valency shell, it has now only 2 unpaired electrons in its ground state. But carbon is forming 4 bonds with hydrogens. So we need 4 unpaired electrons. For this reason, we need first excited state of carbon. Then what happens? The 2s electron again jumps into 2p, which is now in this case 2pZ into 2pZ, which is vacant in its ground state. 2px1, 2py1 and 2pz1. Then what happens? This one 2s orbital and one 2px, 2py, 2pz, all these 4 intermixed with each other and forms 4 sp3 hybridized orbitals which are arranged in tetrahedron shape, and according to Hund's rule, each one have one unpaired electron. And hydrogen atomic number is 1, its electron configuration 1s1. The 1s orbital of hydrogen which has one unpaired electron will overlaps with the sp3 hybridized orbital of carbon. So each sp3 hybridized orbital of carbon overlaps with one hydrogen atom. So this is 1s orbital of one hydrogen atom. This is another. So this circle is what? Here this circle indicates 1s orbital of hydrogen atom. So this is one sigma bond, this is one sigma bond, this is another sigma bond, this is another. All are sp3 s sigma bonds. All these 4 sigma bonds are sp3s sigma bonds. The bond angle is 109 degrees 28 minutes, and shape is tetrahedron. So methane molecule shape is tetrahedron. Next comes to ammonia, NH3. Atomic number of ammonia is 7, 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. If you write, ammonia has 3 unpaired electrons in it, so now no doubt it can form 3 sigma bonds with hydrogens. We don't need excited electron state for nitrogen to form 3 sigma bonds with hydrogens 1s orbital. But valency shells all will participate in hybridization. Means what? 1 2s orbital, 1 2px, 2py, 2pz all will intermix with each other and forming 4 sp3 hybridized orbitals, but these are not arranged in tetrahedron shape. These are arranged in triangular pyramidal shape. The sp3 hybridized orbitals of nitrogen are not arranged in tetrahedron shape. They are arranged in triangular pyramidal shape. So shape is triangular pyramidal shape. Each sp3 hybridized orbital except the sp3 hybridized orbital which has lone pair, which is not participating in the overlap with hydrogens 1s orbital, is overlapping with one hydrogens 1s orbital. So we are getting 3 sp3s sigma bonds. This is one, this, and the second one, this is third one. The shape is triangular pyramid. In the plane of triangle, each corner has one hydrogen atom. At the center of the triangle, at above side we have nitrogen. On this nitrogen we have one lone pair. The bond angle is 107 degrees 18 minutes. This is due to what? The repulsion between this lone pair and bond pair, and bond pair and bond pair. Then what happens? It leads to decrease in the bond angle from 109 degrees 28 minutes to 107 degrees 18 minutes. We will discuss in detail in the theory of valence shell electron repulsion theory. That is what VSEPR theory. Valence shell electron repulsion theory, VSEPR theory. Next comes to water molecule. Water molecule atomic number is 8. So it has 2 unpaired electrons in its ground state only. So it will form 2 sigma bonds with 2 hydrogens. But here also we have 2 lone pairs when sp3 hybridized orbitals are formed, and 2 unpaired electrons also there. The hybridized orbitals which have unpaired electrons will form sigma bonds with hydrogens, and the remaining 2 unpaired electrons, lone pair hybridized orbitals will remain on oxygen. So the bond structure, the molecule structure is as it is called angular shape or V shape. The bond angle is 104 degrees 31 minutes. The bond angle is in ammonia decreases from 109 degrees to 107 degrees, and in this also we have sp3 hybridization like methane, but in this bond angle is again decreased from 107 degrees to 104. This is due to what? There are more repulsions between lone pair and lone pair and bond pair. In ammonia molecule we have only lone pair and bond pair repulsions. In water molecule we have repulsions between lone pair and lone pair also, and again we have lone pair and bond pair and bond pair and bond pair. So the bond angle is less in water molecule compared to ammonia also. This is about hybridization. We will discuss remaining topics in the next class. Let's we find out the hybridization in certain molecules. The hybridized number of hybrid orbitals equal to number of sigma bonds plus lone pairs in a certain molecule. For example, comes to ammonia. In ammonia we have 3 sigma bonds, and on nitrogen we have 1 lone pair. So 3 plus 1. So number of sigma bonds in ammonia equal to 3, and on nitrogen we have 1 lone pair. So total 4. N equal to the number of hybrid orbitals, x equal to 4 means the hybridization is sp3 only. So hybridization is sp3. Comes to methane. Methane has 4 sigma bonds, but it has no lone pairs. So again 4 plus 0. No, number of lone pairs in methane molecules equal to 0, and number of sigma bonds in methane molecule equal to 4. So number of sigma bonds 4, number of lone pairs 0 for methane. So 4 plus 0 4. 4 means what? The hybridized orbitals in number equal to 4 means the hybridization present in methane is sp3. And this is very much useful for the finding the, this trick is useful to find the hybridization in the ions. For example, CO3 2 minus, carbon, number of valence electrons for carbon equal to 1 by 2, number of valence electrons in carbon 4, plus negative charge equal to how much? 2, plus univalent, oxygen is bivalent atom. So comes 4 plus 2, no monovalent and no positive charge. So number of valence electrons 4 plus negative charge is 2, 4 plus 2, and positive charge is not there, and monovalent atoms also not there in this CO3 2 minus, and that is carbonate ion. So 6 by 2 means 3. So x equal to 3 means what? In carbonate ion we have sp2 hybridization, and the shape is triangular pair, bond angle is 109 degrees, 120 degrees. Bond angle is 120 degrees. For example, ClO4 minus. In this ion, what is the hybridization? According to this principle of bracket of number of valence electrons for chlorine, central atom, the number of valence electrons of central atom, here also number of sigma bonds and lone pairs is for central atom. Central atom in methane is carbon, and in ammonia is nitrogen. In ClO4 minus ion means, in this ClO4 minus ion, the central atom is chlorine. So 1 by 2 plus number of valence electrons of central atom. Central atom valence electrons, chlorine is the halogen family element, so it is 7th group elements, and its valence electrons equal to 7, and plus minus charges. How many minus charges is there on the ClO4 minus 1? 1 minus charge is there, no positive charges, and no monovalent. Why? Because oxygen is bivalent. 7 plus 1, 8 by 2 means what? 4. So 4 means what? X equal to 4 means sp3. So in ClO4 minus ion we have sp3 hybridization. So please note all these points in a legible way. Here I am trying to give more knowledge and more information in less period of time. By this reason I am doing like this. So whatever it may be, where you need to write some points, you make a notes by pausing the video. Thank you one and all. If you like my video class, please subscribe my channel, like the video and share it. Thank you one and all.